Hey everybody, Ryan here. Alright, there's only 6 games to go over tonight. Or is it 5? No, it was 6. 6 games to go over tonight. Alright, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit that like button as well. Helps get the videos out there more. Alright, let's get started with the games from April 13th, 2021. First game was between Buffalo and Boston. Boston pulls this one off 3-2 in shootout. Here's how the scoring went. Minute 52 into the first, Colin Miller got his 4th of the year from Dylan Cousins' 4th, and Anders Bjork his first point against his former team and first point for his new team. So that had to probably felt good to get a point against the old team that traded you 2 days ago. All right. Also in the first period, 13-20 into the first. David Krejci's 3rd from Jeremy Lauzon and Craig Smith. At 5:29 of the second, Boston would take the lead. Craig Smith's 9th of the year unassisted. At 11:53 of the third, Buffalo would tie it. Rasmus Dahlin's 4th from Henry Jokiharju and Jeff Skinner. It was a night of 4s for Buffalo, evidently, because everybody who got a point tonight, it was their 4th of that specific category. Interesting statistical anomaly. Wonder how often that happens. I mean, other than like the first week. But still. Alright, in shootout, since there was no scoring overtime, obviously, but Coyle and DeBrusque score in shootout, giving Boston the win. The much needed 2 points. There were 2 fights. 2:46 into the second period, Nick Ritchie fought Matt Irwin. Then at 9:14 of the second period, Kevin Miller fought Tage Thompson. So, a chippy game. Shots on goal, 34-23 in favor of Boston. Face-offs, 56-44 in favor of Boston. Power plays 0 for 3 for Buffalo, 0 for 1 for Boston. Penalty minutes, 16-14. Boston was 16. Hits were 27-26 in favor of Buffalo. Blocks, 16 each. And giveaways, 14-9, 14 for Buffalo. Tokarski started this game, 29 saves, 935 save percentage. I didn't see what happened to him, but he left in overtime. I'm assuming he got injured. Olmark came in, made 3 saves for 1,000 save percentage. And then Swayman for Boston had 21 saves for 913 save percentage for the win. Alright, Philadelphia versus Washington. Washington would hurt Philadelphia once again. 6-1. Philadelphia cannot stop a puck for the life of them. It's just sad to watch. Not as sad as watching the Ducks. They do better than them, but still just sad because my 2 favorite teams are just awful this year. Awful. Alright, 7:07 into the first. Connor Sheary's 11th from Daniel Sprong and Lars Eller. 8:45 into the first. Philadelphia get their one and only goal. Sean Couturier's 13th from James Van Riemsdyk. 11:32 into the first, Tom Wilson's 11th from Sheary and Mantha. Yes, that's Anthony Mantha's first point as a Washington Capital. 16:25 into the first, Nicholas Backstrom gets 14th on the power play from Alex Ovechkin and John Carlson. 18:21 into the first, Washington put it to him hard in this period. What was that, 4 goals in the first? 4-1 it comes out at the end of the first. Carl Hagelin's 5th from Carlson and Dmitry Orlov. Then at 9:22 of the second, Anthony Mantha would get his first goal as a Washington Capital. His 12th of the year from Oshie and Backstrom. He definitely came out with a pop in this game. You could definitely tell that much. 5:10 into the third, Alex Ovechkin would get his 22nd on the power play from Wilson and Sheary. Giving it 6-1 score, your final score. Alright, Washington outshot Philadelphia 32-30. They beat him in the faceoff dot 56-44. Power play was 0 for 2 for Philadelphia, 3 for 3 for Washington. Did I even write that? I only wrote down 2 power play goals. I must have missed one. Anyways, penalty minutes were 6-4, 6 for Philadelphia. 6 penalty minutes that really hurt them tonight. Hits were 14-12 in favor of Washington. Blocks 18-9 in favor of Washington. Giveaways 13-7. Washington with 13. Elliott, 26 saves, 813 save percentage for the loss. And Samsonov, 29 saves, 967 save percentage for the win. On to New York Rangers versus New Jersey Devils. Not as much a rivalry as it used to be, but there's still is chippiness when they play. As you can tell, because you can see 2 fights down there. Alright, 7:02 into first. Mika Zibanejad gets his 15th from Pavel Buchnevich and Adam Fox. Then at minute 27, I forgot to write the periods. Dang it. Minute 27 into, I believe this was the second period. Yeah, they both were second period. Chris Kreider fought Damon Severson. Then at 5:42 into the second, Brendan Smith, that's supposed to say, not Brandon, fought Michael McLeod. Then at 7:50 of the third, Artemi Panarin would score his 13th from Philip Cheadle and Adam Fox. Then 1932, Pavel Buchnevich would add his 16th of the year, shorthanded, giving us our final score, 3-0, Rangers getting the 2 points. New Jersey outshot the Rangers 27-20. They also beat them in the faceoff dot 60-40. Rangers had no power plays. New Jersey was 0 for 2 on the power play. Penalty minutes were 14-10, 14 for the Rangers. Hits were 19-16 in favor of New Jersey. Blocks 15-8 in favor of the Rangers. Giveaways 8-6, 8 for New Jersey. Shesterkin had 27 saves shutout for the win. And Blackwood, 17 saves, 895 save percentage for the loss. Next up is the North Division matchup, Calgary versus Toronto. Calgary win this one in overtime. Toronto on a bit of a losing streak right now, but they're still waiting for their new guys to arrive. Won't be for at least another 4 to 5 days, I believe, for the first ones. Still, soon enough. Alright, anyways, let's get to the scoring. Alright, at 4:37 of the first period, Juuso Valimaki scores his 2nd of the year from Milan Lucic and Michael Backlund. By the way, this is Lucic. This is his 1,000th game. He got an assist in it. Hooray! Then at 10:37 of the first, Zach Hyman would get his 15th from Morgan Riley and John Tavares. Then at 10:38, 1 second after that goal, Scott Sabrin would fight Milan Lucic. Hey, 1,000 game fight. Woohoo! Still fighting. Alright, 34 seconds into the second period, Elias Lindholm would get his 11th on the power play from Matthew Tkachuk and Johnny Gaudreau. Then at 6:17 of the third, Alexander Kerfoot's 7th from Tavares and Hyman, tying the game, sending us to overtime, where it take all of 36 seconds for Johnny Gaudreau to score his 15th from Lindholm and Giordano to give Calgary the 3-2 victory. There you go. Alright, Calgary would outshoot Toronto 28-26. Toronto would beat them in the faceoff dot 56-44. Seems to be a common number in the faceoff dot tonight. Calgary 1 for 2 on the power play. Toronto 0 for 2. Penalty minutes 9 each. Hits 23-21 in favor of Toronto. Blocks 11-10 in favor of Toronto. Giveaways 19-14. Toronto with 19. Markstrom would have 24 saves, 923 save percentage in the win for Calgary. And Rittich in his first game as a Toronto Maple Leafs and first against his former team, 25 saves, 893 save percentage for the loss. Alright, on to Tampa versus Nashville. And Nashville is on a hot streak lately, and they continued it tonight, beating Tampa 7-2. Dang. Alright, 6:38 into the first, Colin Siddons would score 6 a year from Rem Pitlick. All I saw on NHL.com was Pitlick. I was like, when the heck did Tyler Pitlick go to Nashville? I missed that trade or waiver pickup. Nope, this is Rem Pitlick, someone else. I don't even know they're related, honestly. But that was also from Roman Josi. 8:31 into the first, Roman Josi's 5th from Rocco Grimaldi. At 13:50 of the first, Victor Arvidsson's 9th from Ryan Johansson and Ben Harper. Then at 41 seconds into the second period, Braden Point would make a 2-goal game, his 17th of the year power play goal from Victor Hedman. Then Grimaldi would make a 3-goal lead again for Nashville. At 8:09 in the second, Grimaldi's 9th from Johansson and Arvidsson. Then at 9:59 of the third, Arvidsson would make a 4-goal lead, his 10th of the year from Josi. Tampa would respond back, at least get one back. Yanni Gourde's 15th from Eric Chernak. That 1434 of the third, Tanner Janot, I believe is how it was pronounced. His first career goal, congratulations to him. From Yakov Trenin. That 1834, Michael Granlund's 11th from Pitlick and Nick Cousins. Giving us our final score, 7-2, Nashville with the win. Alright, Tampa actually outshot them, 23-22. Nashville would destroy them in the faceoff dot, 69-31. Tampa power play was 1 for 2, Nashville 0 for 3. Penalty minutes 8-6, Tampa with 8. Hits 19-14 in favor of Nashville. Blocks 17-2 in favor of Nashville, and giveaways 12-9, Nashville at 12. McElhaney for Tampa would have 15 saves, 682 save percentage for a loss. Awful outing for him. Saros would have 21 saves, 913 save percentage for the win. And now our last game of the evening, Florida versus Dallas. Another 3-2 overtime game today. 3-2, Florida would win this one in overtime. Alright, scoring started 11:50 into the first. Alexander Barkov's 18th from Marcus Nudivara and Jonathan Huberdeau. Then at 12:42, Dallas would respond. Jason Robertson's 12th from Jamie Benn and John Klingberg. Then at 2:45 of the second, Florida would take the lead again. Radko Gudas, his first goal of the year, and first as a Panther, from Keith Yandel and Anthony Duclair, who returned to the lineup. That 8:26 of the third, Joe Pavelski's 16th of the year, would tie the game at 2 from Robertson and Ben. Then it would take 3 minutes and 9 seconds into overtime for Frank Vetrano to get his 14th of the year on the power play from Gustav Forsling and Mackenzie Weegar. Alright. Florida would outshoot Dallas 31-26. Dallas beat him in the faceoff dot, 59-41. Florida 1 for 4 on the power play. Dallas 0 for 3. Opponent minutes 10-8, 10 for Dallas. Hits 18-14 in favor of Dallas. Blocks 15-14 in favor of Dallas. Giveaways 16-8, Dallas was 16. Drager had 24 saves, 923 save percentage for the win. And Khudobin 28 saves, 903 save percentage for the loss. So there you go. That's all the games for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. Other than that, make sure to comment and let me know what you think of the games. How do you think Anthony Mantha's first game went for Washington for sure? Alright, other than that, I will see you all next video.